Streamlining fashion imports. ISF filing essentials. Welcome to our video on ISF filing for clothing and fashion imports. In this video, we will discuss the specific considerations and requirements for importer security filing, ISF, when it comes to importing clothing and fashion items. Understanding the ISF filing process for clothing and fashion imports is crucial to ensure compliance and efficient customs clearance. Let's get started. Introduction to clothing and fashion imports. Importing clothing and fashion items involves unique considerations due to the diverse range of products and fashion trends. These items often require careful classification and compliance with customs regulations. Proper ISF filing for clothing and fashion imports helps facilitate smooth customs clearance and timely delivery. Accurate classification and HTS codes. Accurate classification and assignment of Harmonized System (HS) codes is crucial when preparing ISF filing for clothing and fashion imports. Proper classification determines the applicable duties, taxes, and trade agreements. Importers should consult with customs brokers or experts to ensure correct classification of clothing and fashion items. Description of clothing and fashion items. Detailed descriptions of clothing and fashion items are necessary for accurate ISF filing. The description should include information about the fabric composition, style or design, intended use, and any specific details that help identify the items. Providing comprehensive and accurate descriptions helps customs authorities assess the goods properly. Country of origin and manufacturer information. ISF filing requires the disclosure of the country of origin and manufacturer information for each clothing and fashion item. Importers must accurately report the countries where the items were made and the names and addresses of the manufacturers. This helps customs authorities determine eligibility for trade preference programs and assess compliance. Quantity and value of clothing and fashion items. ISF filing for clothing and fashion imports requires reporting the quantity and value of each item individually or in bulk. Importers should provide accurate information about the quantity, unit of measure, and value to ensure proper assessment of duties and taxes. Total value should include the cost of the items as well as any associated charges. Material composition and care labeling. Material composition and care labeling are critical for certain clothing and fashion items. Some countries have specific requirements for labeling items with fiber content and care instructions. Importers must ensure compliance with these labeling requirements and provide accurate information in the ISF filing. Intellectual property considerations. Intellectual property considerations are crucial when importing clothing and fashion items. Importers must ensure that trademarks, logos, and designs are not infringed upon. It is essential to obtain the necessary permissions or licenses when importing branded items. Failure to comply with intellectual property rights can lead to legal consequences. Reporting and declaring tariff preferences. For clothing and fashion imports eligible for tariff preference programs, importers must correctly report and declare the applicable preferences in the ISF filing. This helps optimize duty savings and streamline customs clearance. Importers should consult with customs brokers or experts to understand and comply with the specific requirements of each program. Communicating special designations or labels. Certain clothing and fashion items may have special designations or labels, such as organic, fair trade, or sustainably sourced. Importers should communicate these designations to customs authorities and provide supporting documentation if required. Accurate reporting ensures compliance with relevant regulations and avoids potential issues during customs clearance. Timely ISF submission. Timely ISF submission is crucial for efficient customs clearance of clothing and fashion imports. Importers must ensure that the ISF is filed at least 24 hours before the vessel's departure from the foreign port. This allows customs authorities to review the information and determine the risk level associated with the shipment. Collaboration with customs brokers. Working with a customs broker experienced in clothing and fashion imports is highly beneficial when it comes to ISF filing. Customs brokers possess the knowledge and expertise to handle the complexities of customs regulations, classification, and compliance. They can assist importers in accurate ISF filing and facilitate efficient customs clearance. Documenting clothing and fashion import details. Documenting clothing and fashion import details is essential for ISF filing. Importers should maintain comprehensive records of commercial invoices, packing lists, and any other relevant documentation. Proper documentation facilitates compliance, supports accurate ISF filing, and serves as a reference for future customs-related needs. Compliance monitoring and continuous improvement. Importers should establish mechanisms for compliance monitoring and continuous improvement in ISF filing for clothing and fashion imports. Regular internal audits, training programs, and staying up to date with customs regulations contribute to effective compliance management. Continuous improvement efforts enhance efficiency, accuracy, and compliance. Record keeping and reporting. Importers must maintain accurate records of ISF filings and relevant documentation for clothing and fashion imports. These records are vital for compliance monitoring, internal audits, and potential customs audits. Proper record keeping ensures transparency, supports compliance efforts, and facilitates accurate reporting if necessary. In conclusion, ISF filing for clothing and fashion imports requires attention to detail, accurate data submission, compliance with labeling requirements, and collaboration with customs brokers. Importers must ensure accurate classification, provide complete and timely information, and maintain proper documentation. By adhering to these best practices, importers can facilitate the efficient importation of clothing and fashion items. Thank you for watching. We hope this video provided valuable insights into ISF filing for clothing and fashion imports. Stay tuned for more content on customs brokerage and international trade. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.